Seku's got his MVP ladder out. Nikola at number 5. Steph down to 4. LeBron dropping spots. Kawhi up and back in the one spot. He's been there a bunch in the first half of the season for good reason. Giannis, which is what we call a segue in this business because we get some Giannis and Kyrie and a good one. Celtics and Bucks. Early on, Bucks all over Boston.
Well, they had 35-point first quarter, 30-point second quarter, 65 points first half for Milwaukee.
Is that good?
That's good.
That's not good on the defensive end. There's Snell, who had 10 in the quarter, coach. Not done. Buddy Thin-Maker in the corner with the 3. And then, Tony, what'd you do here if you're in the mouse in the house with Giannis?
Hey, you got to finish through the contact, and like I said, he's one of the best at the business at getting that second chance opportunity.
Celtics try and cut this lead. Brad Stevens needed him to do it. Kyrie, watch the move. Ooh. Oh, boy. 15, 9, and 7 off glass, lead 17. They were down 17 at the break. Then TD, Giannis has 17 himself in the third.
Just so long and so athletic. He finishes better than anyone else at the basket. And if he can knock down that 3 from outside, he will be a MVP candidate.
Look at this crossover.
Nice. Oof. He has guard skills. And just think, he went by a guy that's 6'7" that plays on the perimeter.
There's still a raw nature to him, Coach. I mean, we don't have a finished product yet.
No, this guy is going to keep getting better and better. But listen to this number. 21 turnovers for Milwaukee. That led to 28 points. Only 5 for Boston. And still, it was not even a contest.
Well, they got one highlight. There's Jaylen Brown. Got called for the tech for the flexing, but Diesel Dunk nominee nonetheless. Brogdon mix. Behind the back, got to get Kentucky in here because we got TD in the house.
Hey, that's my guy, E. Bled.
Eric
nice
Bledsoe.
Little baseline finish.
With the lay-in, 115-100 at the time. They win at 120-107. Your final Bucks, 22-9 to open the season. Giannis, fantastic. With Chris Middleton, great offensively, defensively, made some big shots in this game. 21, 9 boards, 5 assists, and a conversation after the win. Bucks, and you think about their own tests, Tony, of kind of like where they've come. How much fun, we were just talking about this, how much fun is it to play a team, you know, you've seen in the postseason, that's knocked you out, and you get to say, hey, look, we're this much better now. How much does that play into some of what we've seen with Milwaukee against Boston?
It's something, it's personal because that team, like you said, they put you out of the playoff last season. Coach Budenholzer has done a great job of making sure that when Giannis has the ball, there's spacing. And I like Middleton. He's played well. He's a guy that plays really good defense. He can knock down shots. He's been in the shooting slump, but he's your second leading scorer. You have to get him involved early. And when he's involved and other guys are making plays, you take Brogdon, you take E. Bled. He can knock down shots from outside. There's so much spacing when Giannis is on the court. It allows him to be a point guard driving to the basket, making plays. And like I said, he rebounds the ball. He defends the basket. This team is a road warrior. They've beaten 14 teams that's over the 500 mark.
They shot 40% from the three-point line tonight. They're just 29% for Boston. But how about some names that are sprinkled in on their roster, like a Brook Lopez, like Tony Snell, George Hill, constantly trying to add that piece here or there to take them to a different level. They evaluated what they did last year. How far can we go? We needed something to make us a little bit better.
Everybody talked about Boston and Philly like it was a foregone conclusion. Meanwhile, we're watching Toronto and Milwaukee, right, and Indiana be the 3 best, at least in their performance. How about Boston? I know injuries, not just this game, Coach, but overall, you don't want to panic. But do you worry a little bit about where the Celtics are right now if the idea was they're supposed to now be the team out of the East?
I worry at the chemistry factor with them. And here's what I mean by that. They've got a great coach. They've got great players, you know, a number of all-stars on the team. But certain guys aren't playing now the way they played down the stretch last year.
Right.
You didn't have Kyrie Irving, and you didn't have Gordon Hayward. They put a group together with great chemistry, some guys getting their opportunity like Rozier that showed us he's really a good player. We hadn't seen all that out of him before that, but when he was thrust into that role with Kyrie being out, he put himself to a different level. But now Kyrie is back, and now Hayward is back. And a guy like a Baines, okay, you don't even think of him going back to last year, but he was really important. He set great screens. He was that big body. You couldn't move him if you were another big man. He held his grounds. he started making some shots. And then that gave Horford the ability to not be banging all the time against the centers. He could play the power forward position. All that's kind of changed right now. A guy like Tatum, who was out of this world as a rookie last year, not quite the same level right now. Is it because they're stepping back a little bit because Kyrie's back and Hayward's back? I don't know that.
I think there's two problems. The two problems are Al Horford, his experience, and him not being on the court. And then the second problem will be minutes. You don't have enough minutes for the guys that were starters last year. They have become role players. So it's changed. There's a change in the chemistry because you're still trying to work Hayward in. Rozier was a starter. He played a lot of games. And you take Tatum and Brown, both those guys on the court a lot of minutes. So now those minutes are taken away. And when you have that many minutes taken away, you don't have that same rhythm. It takes time to get your game going. So when you come off the bench, you have to come off the bench and be efficient right fast. You don't have enough time. So things have changed from a chemistry standpoint. And I know Coach is smart enough, he's going to figure it out, and he's going to have the right guys on the court at the right time. But I think they do miss that centerpiece, Al Horford.